wonderful way to welcome you to Good Easter Tuesday. It's Easter Tuesday.
Easter Tuesday?
Good. Yeah.
It's the day after the holiday. It's the day after the Easter holiday.
Well, if you want to see rainbows, you have to put up with the rain. Even when it rains, we're out here for you to shine this morning.
Yes, indeed. Good morning, Africa. Good morning, Nigeria. Welcome to your feel-good breakfast TV show, Wake Up Nigeria.
That's what we do, premium family entertainment, just like we gave you yesterday. Did you like that little tweak?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I expect a little bit more of that.
All about wellness.
Yep. Thank you for giving us the license to thrill you this morning. Well, 007 has been used, but I still like 007 because that's my car number reversed the other way. So
oh, for real?
they'll call me 007.
Wow. So I think there is a 008, 009.
Yeah, there is. It's a 00, there's a 006, but the thing is that the 007 is the most famous of all the MI6 agents. And all.
So 002.
002, that's you, yeah?
Yeah,
okay, all right, that's good.
But that doesn't matter what numbers are saying right now. One thing is certain, you're going to have a great time this morning because you decided to tune to us.
Whoa, yes, you definitely will be. Well, when you wake up in the morning, you know, just go up there, try to give your best of the day. I mean, dollar is falling. That's a good thing for people who stopped $100. So, I don't know. There's a lot of things going on. So probably like, oh, I bought it very high. Now it's low. Should I wait? Oh, now is the time to buy. All of that.
Well,
but you see, for me, I'm as much as we're doing a law, I feel like the Port Harcourt refinery will soon be coming on.
Sure.
Once we start creating more value, it will be on a steady decline. That's talking about the dollar. Yesterday, someone went back in time and said, look, I had people. My dad was, of course, my dad would have been alive then when it was $2 to the naira. When the naira was even bigger than the pound.
Is it possible now?
Can you even figure that out?
Yeah.
He said somebody, now this is a real life experience. Someone came in from the US, had $3,000 in the 1970s and couldn't use it here.
Wow.
And it was because they didn't have value. I had to wait till it traveled back
to use
it there.
Whoa. Just imagine a world like that in Nigeria.
Imagine. That would be something. Well, you cannot imagine enjoyment, entertainment. That's what we give to you on the show this morning. Let's get set to let you know, of course, that you can hit us up on social media. It's at TVcentertainment _ TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and X. You can hit us up on any of those handles.
My name is Titilayo Oyinso.
Mike Mesikeno is mine. The hashtag, of course, is
Wake Up Nigeria on TVC. And of course, our handle is Wake Up Nigeria TVCE. We can't wait to show you all our shenanigans behind the scenes. What happens when the cameras are not live? You want to find out? Hit us up on that page.
All right, let's start with parenting this morning. We have Uncle
Sele. Yes, Sele.
People should choose one. Is this Osh? Well, it's a champion of values, education, and empowering, dedicated to shaping the hearts and minds of the next generation. Stands as a beacon of hope and a tireless advocate for human values. Of course, today's topic is the importance of family values in today's world.
And we always love the opportunity to celebrate you and your loved ones on their special days. Of course, we have birthday shout-outs.
That was Bemileke Oscar Oyiso. Like that name. Very heavy. All right, we've got health, of course, this morning. Dr. Ayodele Renner will be in the house with us. He's been there, done that, been there for quite a while. A renowned consultant, pediatrician. And today's topic, we'll be looking at how kids can add weight the healthy way, right?
Yes.
Because that's a worry for some parents when their kids are maybe too skinny. But hey, we'll be talking about that.
Or maybe too large.
Okay. But we're not going to reduction.
Healthy weight.
Okay,
healthy weight.
All right.
Abdul Basit Abdul Salam, popularly known as Abdul Salif. Oh wow, I'm not getting it right. I know I'm not getting it right. We'll be having Alaoni an Afro-pop Islamic singer. Now, his journey as an Afro-pop Islamic artist began with his refix to Okorie Godwin in 2015. He's had quite a few singles since then. We're going to have him on the show soon.
And then, of course, we have a Nollywood actor, screenwriter, voice actor, broadcaster, and winner of European Union-based Violence 2021 campaign, Doris Okorie, will be here on the show with us.
Good morning. And
all right. So he's been singing that quite a bit. I was thinking about yesterday and April Fool's Day. And I actually thought people are sort of outgrown it, but some people are still taking it very seriously.
You talk about yourself.
No. Some people are taking it seriously. No, Ali Baba posted something on his page yesterday.
That was too obvious.
But it was obviously an April Fool's, but there were still loads of prayers of, you know, praise and thanks and everything, because he posted a picture of triplets, new babies, and he essentially was thanking God for delivering him of triplets, him and his wife of triplets, and everybody was like, you know, praying and praising. And I was like, wait, this is a comedian posting this. Like, this has to be an April Fool's joke.
It's April 1st. His wife is 55. He's 59.
It was fun.
And so it would have been a lovely, lovely story for a miracle. But I don't think he wants triplets at this time. So I think we kind of knew that it was April Fool. But come on, have you ever been caught with an April Fool prank?
None that I can remember.
No?
They never catch you before.
Really?
No, none that I can remember.
Are you serious? Well, there was one I was going to send to you. It was about a new technology called digital sniff. So apparently, you can scratch your Instagram page and smell it, and the smell of the perfume in the picture will come through your phone. And I thought maybe if I send that to you guys, you would fall for it.
Because she fell for it.
I actually, for some reason, it was involuntary. I knew it wasn't true, but for some reason, I still smelled my phone. I'm like, why am I doing this? But it was all in the spirit of fun and games. At this point, let's take a quick look at the weather. Hello and good morning. It's time for a news update right here on Wake Up Nigeria. My name is Titilayo Oyinso. Thanks for joining us. President Bola Tinubu will depart Abuja today, Tuesday, for Dakar, Senegal, to attend the inauguration of Senegal's president-elect, Bassirou Diomaye Faye. The president's trip is on the invitation of the Republic of Senegal. President Tinubu, who is the chairman of ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government, will join other regional leaders to witness the inauguration at the Dimandio Exhibition Center on Tuesday. The president will be accompanied on the trip by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Yusuf Matmaguar, and other senior government officials. The president is expected to return to Nigeria after the conclusion of the inauguration. And in Delta State, where government have abducted 10 students traveling along the Evuerini axis of East-West Road in Ughelli local government area of the state, with the driver of the vehicle escaping unhurt. According to the Delta State Police Command, Public Relations Officer Edafe Bright, the police are on the trail of the abductors and no ransom has been demanded yet. The students were said to be returning from their school in Calabar, Cross River State on Friday night when they were abducted from the Siena they were traveling in. Troops of the Nigerian Army deployed for counter-terrorism, counter-insurgency operations in Katsina and Zamfara states have raided terrorist hideouts in a series of coordinated operations, resulting in the death of some terrorists. The Zamfara state troops successfully raided the den of a notorious terrorist kingpin, Hassan Yantangawe, in Safe local government area. He and his group, who have been responsible for kidnappings and acts of terrorism in some parts of northwest Nigeria, in Katsina State, they engaged terrorists in fierce gun battle within the Faskari local government area. The troops killed 8 terrorists and recovered 3 locally fabricated guns, military uniforms, and a large quantity of stolen grains. The army troops also carried out similar raids in Ogun and Ebonyi states. Iran's Revolutionary Guards say 7 officers have been killed in an Israeli strike on the Iranian consulate building in Syria's capital, Damascus. Brigadier General Mohammad Reza Zahedi, a senior commander of the elite Quds force, and Brigadier General Mohammed Hadi Haji Rahimi, his deputy, were named among the dead. Iran's and Syria's governments condemned the attack, which destroyed a building next door to the Iranian embassy. The Israeli military said it did not comment on foreign media reports. The Israeli strikes have reportedly been stepped up since the start of the war in Gaza in October last year, in response to cross-border attacks on northern Israel by Hezbollah and other Iran-backed groups in Lebanon and in Syria. But Monday's attack will be seen as a serious escalation. And that's all we have time for on the news for this hour. We have much more coming your way on Wake Up Nigeria.
Ramadan, the 9th month in the Islamic calendar, is here again. This is a wonderful time to learn more about Islam and give to the cause of Allah. It's also a time when extra emphasis is on charity and good neighborliness. From the first day to the last day of Ramadan, join us on TVC from 3 to 6 a.m. every day for Ramadan Kareem, recitation of verses in the Quran, tafsir by great Islamic scholars. Ask the Sheikh for clarity on Ramadan and Islam. What's more, you can learn and win great prizes on the Ramadan quiz segment, all spiced up with soul-stirring nasheed.
Asking for a sign from you, 'cause I'm so broke inside.
Ramadan Kareem on TVC from 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. every day in Ramadan. To participate, call or visit our marketing department, TVC Communications Limited, 1 Continental Way, off CMD Road, Ikosi K2, Lagos. Telephone 0708 066 8003 or 0708 066
good day, guys. My name is Adebola Olorode Afolabi, certified fitness trainer from iFitness. So today, I'm going to be taking you guys at home on what we call Animal Flow. Animal Flow is a good functional mobility workout, good for core strengthening, flexibility, stability, and balance. Make sure your shoes, you take your shoes off to get your balance. So just watch as we go. All right, so we're going for inchworm. Just take your hands down, walk it through, and make sure you're keeping a neutral spine. Take it back, all the way. Take it again, down. Walk it through to your plank position. I will take it back. Now we'll take it back again and hold at the top. So now we're going for our spider matrix, side to the other side and back. One more time, back, back. So from here we'll go for our downward facing dog. And make sure you breathe through the workout, breathe in and breathe out, inhale and exhale. Now we'll go for our upward facing dog. Hold for some few seconds and take it back for your downward facing dog. All right, go back to your plank position. Make sure you're keeping a neutral spine. Now take it for your front leg through. Breathe, take it back. Let's get the other side. Let's take it back. Now we're going for our front kick through. One leg forward and kick this up. Find your balance. Just take it back. Find your balance. Now we're going for our loaded beast. Then we'll take it back for our beasts unload. Back to your static beast. To your beast unload. So from here, you take your hands back. Now we'll go for our crab reach. One hand back. And take the other side. Find your balance. Back down. Let's get the other side, guys. And come back center. So now we go for our hip reach. Take your chest out, open, find your balance. All right, guys, bring it down. Let's take this one more time. Bring it down. It's fine to fall out. Just find yourself back. All right, take it back to the middle. Thank you very much, guys. I hope you enjoy your workout. Like I said, this is actually a good functional exercise, good for core strengthening, mobility, stability, and also strength. Nice one, guys. Thank you very much.
Welcome. She is out of your league. That's a movie. What's the exact title of the movie? Out of her league.
Yeah, no, out of your league. Out of. It's definitely out of his league. No, out of her league. Her league. She's out of my league.
Out of my league.
Yeah.
Okay.
Out of my league.
Yeah. Welcome to What's Up and About. Today we're talking about leagues. Which league are you? EPL, Championship, League 1, League 2, League 3, Nationwide. No, Nationwide Premiership. Yeah, there's different kinds of league. But you see, somebody in Premiership, somebody in in Premier League, nationwide league, wants to go and date somebody in EPL. When one gender does it, it's not a problem.
Wow.
But when it comes to the other gender, there is always a problem. A slay mama put up something and said, look, you don't, as a guy, you should not go for a lady above your league.
Wow. Okay.
But then it doesn't really apply. I don't hear it apply for ladies and guys. Because it's not, let me tell you a very, very recent experience. It's not like it has not been happening, but just very, very recent. We go to a restaurant, you're eating with a lady, and you're eating, and then the waiter comes with the POS.
Yeah.
And drops it straight in front of the guy.
Yeah.
And the funny thing was that there's a lady that was paying.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we just looked at each other and just laughed.
So
Like she just knew, and then I thought the way the waiter just dropped it and the receipt just in front of me.
yeah.
Pope. And then the lady was there said, and she was the one that was, I insisted that she was the one that was going to pay.
But then, what if he did it out of courtesy?
He did. That's what I think.
Was
Culturally.
it
He was trying to actually protect your integrity.
You could have put it
as a man, your ego as a man.
Forget ego. Mama, now the woman paid that day. I chopped the food. The food was so sweet.
Wow.
Ego
Because if he had dropped it in front of the lady, Mike, you would have felt a
you would have
certain
felt.
way. I
Drop
can
it in the middle.
bet that you'd have felt
No.
it.
Why would
Drop
you
it in the middle.
Drop it in the middle, okay?
In the middle of what?
Guys,
In the middle of where?
guys, I need to ask everybody here.
No.
Olamide Matters, guys,
No.
what do you guys think, man? This thing is, if
No.
it is a, we should use it, if not man, why should it be? Why should it be? Why should it be that a man, when it's a man that is the person, they tell the man not to go above his league, not to go for a girl that's a superstar. So they'll tell me, maybe copy is above your league.
Wow.
Or want it.
But
So someone like me now, I cannot go for DJ copy or something.
Wait,
if it is, if it was single, I wanted to go for somebody, they say, oh, she can go for $10. It's not a problem. or something like
excuse
that.
me.
So I'm just saying,
Look.
you know that the standards are done. We all agree. Let's not even go.
I'm taking.
The standards
I
are
want to
double.
take it from a cultural context.
Oh, yeah.
Cultural. No,
Yeah,
culturally
Let me let you talk.
speaking, what yours was it was out of the norm. Your situation was out of the norm in this particular climate.
Which one?
They will drop it in front of them. In fact, that guy could have probably received a knock or even worse, a slap if he had put it in front of the woman.
No, just say
He
put it
probably
in the
has
middle. But you
before
hear me?
for that
Put
mistake.
it in the middle.
In the middle, I
Yeah,
don't
in
know
the
which
middle.
country you're from, Mike, but
Just drop it in the middle of the table. Because
Yeah.
I didn't have any, it was actually a waitress. I didn't have any problem with her, but it just made me laugh. It just made me feel how
Well.
you go for these things and the man is always the one expected. That's just what I was trying to talk about. It's not a problem. I mean, if I went out on a date with MM or something,
Wow.
with you, I mean, if they bring it to me, I will cook it. I don't see how they look. I don't see the price of their hair. This hair is like 1.2 million.
Wow. But now, that thing about, looking at a girl's hair, how she looks, maybe the car she drives, the phone apparently the phone she's holding is a big deal now.
It is.
If it has 3 cameras
It is.
and your own only has 2, error.
But
you
it
know?
can change now. Now
But
it's
the issue-
cover.
Now it's
You can
covered.
use that. You can have 1 camera. I have 3 cameras.
But I actually really, so I've personally never been one to hear a guy, send you gifts or offer you money and think of it as it's not even a plausible reason for me to jar you face in that parlance. I think I can say that.
But my point is that
But
it doesn't go
money,
for both genders.
it doesn't go for
Why
both
is it
genders. But
hard? I mean, why is it hard why is it so normal for you to say a guy should not go above his league? Why is that normal in quotes? You understand?
you see a whole
The only reason people are beginning to think or beginning to have such mindsets is because of our fabric of genuineness and connection is gradually thinning. It's maybe not there anymore. It has turned into shreds and is into pieces already. And it's really, really sad that we are in that time where we're in that era rather, where people now go into relationships because of what they can get for certain benefits. It's now become transactional.
Yeah.
Right. And that's where the questions or that's where conversations around, oh no, I can't date him. Did he not see me? Did he not see the kind of hair that I have? Or did he not see the hair, the phones that I make? But then we are also in that same era where there's a lot of women empowerment going on.
Exactly.
We are clamoring for gender equality. So what is wrong? And then, I mean, last week we celebrated women who are achieving so much in different industries.
Yeah.
Right. So we are getting to that point. So what is wrong with women, successful women, dating men that are not as successful as they are?
It's really
There's
an
absolutely
ego
nothing
thing.
wrong with that.
I don't
It's
have
an
any
ego thing.
problem.
But
I don't think it
say
is
something.
ego. I don't think it is ego because we are also in that generation, Mike, where there are lots of men who are okay with just being house husbands.
Okay.
Yeah, and lounging back.
That is true.
But then I hate the fact that now relationships have become what Rich Uncle called poverty alleviation schemes.
Yeah, no, it has always been that.
But why should it be that way? Why assume that a woman can't pay for her own drink or pay for her own meal? And in the end, if you even go to a restaurant, if you, for instance, invited me to a restaurant, Mike, and I realize that this restaurant is above what I could personally pay for, I wouldn't suggest that we go there. But that's just me. But as a woman, if you're hearing
waiter,
a guy...
waitress, if you see me with a memo titi in a
Wow.
restaurant and you bring the bill to me, I will conk you.
I
see that
too?
I really wish we had more time. I wish we had more
gosh.
time. But time has gone. But then, someone said, someone in that place, there's a comment, someone said, as a man, make money and travel out.
Yes,
because
sir.
when you go outside,
It's
you will
different,
see people
exactly.
that think differently. So
Yeah, exactly.
Is this thing African,
Yes.
Cultural.
Nigerian? Is it
It's
global?
cultural. It's not a global thing, Mike. It's very cultural.
Because those people there,
we've
they are
seen instances where it's shared. The bill is being shared between the man and the woman.
Yeah.
I wanted to mention that.
Yeah, outside
Someone invites
of
you for a birthday.
Nigeria.
Anything you eat on that birthday,
Exactly.
and you go pay.
Oh, my husband was invited to a birthday party
And he paid
over
for
last
48.
week.
Yeah.
And he said he was actually shocked because
he
when the bill came, and he was like, oh, okay. And the waitress was telling him that, oh, the celebrants and this other person have paid for their bill. And he was that, and then there were other people on the table. So he had to pay for every other person on that table because he felt like where I'm coming from, that's not how it's done. You pay for everybody. You just don't pay your own bill.
But that's in another country. It's another country.
Pay for yourself. Wait. I know it's Easter. Don't go and form Jesus Christ. All your money will finish. Because if they know, it's just like that.
They would. Yeah, so I was trying. So that's what I was saying to him, that it's one of the culture shocks that you're experiencing. But next time, don't do that. But my husband that I know, he would do it.
We have to go now. Michael Okorie, I beg, listen to your wife. Let Russia, Ruby, you are Russia. Let your money not finish.
But final thoughts. We would love to hear your thoughts on this. Use our hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC. Are relationships becoming poverty alleviation schemes?
Our relationships becoming more transactional. Let us know on all our socials at tvcentertainment_.
Yeah? Oh, Jake.
It's down.
Now let's take a quick look at what's happening on the covers of the dailies this morning. Today is Tuesday, April 2nd, 2024. Mr. Mexican Mike is here with us as well.
Baby deserves premium enjoyment.
That song, you need to get that song out of your head. You need to.
No.
You need to, Mike. At this point, I think we should switch to the papers we have. I'm going to start with the Punch newspaper this morning. It says here, discos make 1 trillion naira amid grid crisis. Unmetered customers hit 5.8 million. Discos grew revenue by 30% in 2023, overbilled customers despite grid collapses. Electricity tariff hike looms as federal government raises gas price, and NERC vows more sanctions over estimated bills. Beside the masthead there, it says ex-governor's trial shows EFCC won't spare anyone, according to Olukayode. Top left there, Tinubu, African leaders grace Senegal president swearing in today. OPEC oil output plunges as Nigeria, Iraq slash exports. And let's see what we have at the bottom there. It shows some photo stories of Easter holidays, fun seekers flood parks, beaches amid tough times. Mike, I'm wondering how many times you were one of those fun seekers every Easter going to the beach.
Oh, so normally, yeah, although I stepped out a bit yesterday, but normally my MO is that I don't go on holidays.
On holidays,
because
okay.
It's more crowded. I mean, yesterday when you look at the parks, there was this particular, I think it was in Port Harcourt. You need to see how the mall was so packed out. It seemed like it came market day. You know what they say? It came market day. That's what it seemed like. It was, I don't know which mall in Port Harcourt. Was it the Atrium? No.
It was packed.
Packed is an understatement.
Wow. Yeah.
Packed is an understatement.
It's usually really crowded, usually.
So for some people, that is trips for them, and that's okay, but it's not for me. I know how much I cursed myself, particularly I went to the beach and I had to stand for God knows how long.
Yeah.
I cursed myself, but hey, come on. It's different strokes for different folks.
So it is a source of concern that in terms of holidays, there are not as many activities as should cover the people that want to be fun seekers during the holidays.
Lagos,
we need a lot more.
We're plenty for this place. Let people start going to places like Aba. You understand? Aba, at least Aba now, they have 247 lights. Businesses are moving there. So very soon, we'll soon share people across.
Tourism is
it's big.
Yeah.
As a country, that's something we should also look into. We have some beautiful landscape here.
Yeah.
We spoke about the movie that was shot in Nigeria here.
Yeah.
Finding
the Messiah,
beautiful places in this country. So tourism, when it comes to revenue and all, that is one way to boost the Naira, one very strong way. Offer value via tourism.
Let's take another paper. Mike, are you up for... Okay, yes, the Vanguard is here with us.
Let's see, Vanguard. Their banks need 4.7 trillion naira to scale CBN's new capital hurdle. Of course, there's been talk about the benchmark being raised, and so there has to be measures. I don't mind measures. You see, I love big corporations. Why? Because they can handle and take more stuff.
Yeah.
And the most important thing is that they can handle more risk. So that means that your money is probably safer.
Yeah.
Because their threshold is higher. So whenever there are issues, when there are failures and a lot of things, they are big enough to handle it. So that's just a thing. Yeah. They have their own disadvantages, by the way.
Yeah, of course. Because with mergers, of course, they would be top heavy and they would have to,
more
probably
control. There's just almost so much control some of these big corporations and individuals might have. But whichever way for an economy, it's not a bad idea. Let's see something else here. Okay, Zenith Bank emerges Nigeria's best bank for 4th year, since we're talking about banking now. Okay, and an eyewitness, I'd love to read this one. Okwama, how soldiers and villagers died, from an eyewitness. Hopefully that is a story that can be corroborated and, of course, can be believed, as it were. You can check that one out. The writer underneath says, Bayelsa militant leader Amagbin, not from Okwama, notes leader from Okoloba led the army to Okwama, reveals the conspiracies, what transpired on March 14, allow Okwama to bury the dead residents. And something quite interesting here, Air Peace, London maiden flight.
Yeah.
How a fourth restriction of Air Peace return flight to rejected part of MMIA Oyema. That man has been doing quite a lot, and in spite of some kind of bottlenecks and restrictions and challenges,
red tape,
he has been fighting through. So this is an Allen Oyema appreciation post or something. Saying, well done. So
I actually think yes. So Air Peace flying to London, it's a huge step up for them as a brand, as a company. I wanted to comment on the flight attendants' outfits.
What did they wear?
So there were two different versions of it. One that looked like one of our fabrics from the East. Yes.
Oh, wonderful.
And there were a lot of two-sided comments, I have to say. But all over the world, culturally, in Qatar, they wear the Qatari.
I wanted to mention the
cultural
Emirates.
look.
You see how they dress.
Exactly.
Yes, we are multicultural, but I think about it. Tomorrow they might wear the Hausa. Next tomorrow it might be Edo. The upper day might be Gala. Next time it might be Kanuri. So, let's embrace our diversity. And I mean, think about air hostesses that you don't know what they will wear and how they will look when they come to serve you. Wouldn't you enjoy such an experience?
It would be a great experience, I have to say. We still have a few more papers here. We have Daily Independent with us. It says Naira gains 660 Naira on $7 billion FX backlog clearance, BDC's return. Now, anything to do with the Naira gaining is always good news for the economy. We'll be watching that particular story. It says here on the Kogi Guba, confusion at tribunal as more SDP witnesses disown depositions. Railway Corporation generated 1.07 billion naira from passengers in Q4 of 2023, according to the Nigerian Bureau of Statistics. It also says here, Nigeria among 16 countries with high anemia rates in girls, according to UNICEF. Tinubu attends swearing-in ceremony of Senegal's president-elect Faye. And I'll wrap it with this one. It says here, Global Finance Awards. One more time, we mentioned this earlier. Zenith Bank emerges Nigeria's best bank for the fourth year. That's what we have on the cover of the Daily Independent. I'm looking at the issue of the FX. We started talking about that earlier on, that some people, Mike, some people were showing concern that, the dollar is dropping, whereas it means once the dollar is dropping, the Naira is climbing. And we are looking forward to the Naira getting stronger. But there are quite a few people who have invested in FX and are playing in the markets that have probably, not hedged enough against the growth of the Naira, if I can put it that way. So that's why it's a two-sided conversation.
Definitely.
But
the world has become a global village, and if we were well integrated with the rest of the world, even as much as we've had a lot of, we've been disintegrated a lot when it comes to service pay providers, when it comes to with the rest of the world, we've been cut off from quite a lot. I mean, there's a lot that we can't use, PayPal and all the rest. We still find a way to relate with the world financially. So it will happen. Different currencies, where in a global village, as it were, these things would happen. But you see, we should be more concerned about our own economy. Yes, there might be a number of people that were hurt individually, their finances, but for an economy, it will help us in the long run. It's not even something you talk about, Seth. It's not even up for discussion. We want the Naira to grow up against the dollar. We'll do what it needs to be done and not rely on Abito Shaker.
All right, then. This is how we wrap it up on the covers of the dailies this morning. We'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Use our hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC. Tag us, WakeUpNigeria, TVCE, with your comments. We can't wait to see them. All right, then. I believe MM and our chef are standing by in the kitchen.
Yes, we are. You're welcome, guys. Welcome to the kitchen. Yes, and this morning with me is Chef Adiola. And this morning, she's making a popular Yoruba recipe. And she calls it Ilala Sekpo.
Ilala Sekpo.
Ilala Sekpo.
Ilala Sekpo.
Ilala Sekpo. Say it.
Ilala Sekpo.
Oh, yeah. The syllable is going off. Okay. Yeah, I got that. Ilala Sekpo. Yeah? Yes, good. Okay, so that's popularly known as okra in English. Okay?
Yes,
okra soup.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Where is this from, though? What's this particular recipe? What part of Yoruba is it Ondo or Ogun or Yo? You don't know? Okay, she doesn't know. Okay. You know what? Let's run through the ingredients for our meal this morning.
Okay. You have iru,
Okay.
pepper, pomo, stockfish, okra, smoked fish, crayfish, curry, then palm oil.
And the palm oil, fantastic. It seems like a very, very easy recipe, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So how do we begin? Where do we begin? What do we start with?
Okay, we start with the palm oil.
Okay. So what do we do with the palm oil?
Put it on inside the pot.
Okay, and then?
Then make it to get hot a little bit. Then put the iru and stir fry it.
Okay.
Then after I stir fry, then put the pepper inside.
Okay.
After I put the pepper, then we put the smoked fish
Okay.
inside, and then stir fry it again. Then
Okay.
add little water to boil.
Ah, so then you put a lot of water in it for it to cook well. So I'm trying to figure out what's the difference. Is this different from other okra soups, from other parts?
No, if you are cooking this okra, you're not putting anything inside.
We're not putting...
This one.
Okay.
You're not putting anything. This different okra. You're not
Okay.
putting inside this okra at all.
Okay.
It's different from ilala sepo. Okra is different. Once you use it to take soup.
Okay.
And
So this is made separately, and then the sauce is made separately.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's different from ilala sepo.
Oh, okay, okay. You know what? I am just going to put the heater on so that you can begin cooking our ila alasikbo. Right. If you're just joining us with me in the kitchen, is Chef Adiola, and this morning she's taking us to the Yoruba land. If you love okra, you definitely would love this recipe. I guess it's another interesting way, to make okra soup. And I'm super excited about this because we all make okra soup the conventional way, with either ogbono. But wait a minute, maybe I should even ask, how do you make your okra soup? Do you make it with ogbono or you make it without ogbono? I sort of enjoy my okra with ogbono. That extra draw. Oh, someone behind the camera is like, oh, yes. Yes, that's how I like my okra. Like, it has to be with ogbono in it. Without it, not complete. Okay, so guys, we are, about to get the kitchen little with our ila alasekbo. Pretty excited about it. All right, if you're just joining us, guys, with me, Chef Adiola, and we're about to begin cooking in a bit. We'd like you to stay with us. The show continues shortly.
Now you can catch up with your favorite programs on TVC. Log on to www.youtube.com/TVC Entertainment. Join the fun.
Thanks for joining us once again. It's time for our parenting segment. One of the best things about being a parent is being able to pass on things that we've learned in all our years and experience on earth to a young version of yourself. Now, the good things, not the bad things. So hopefully because there is a streak of stubbornness I see in my child sometimes. I'm like, okay, you got that from me. I don't want those ones to pass down. But the thing is, the conversation is family values. And passing on the right family values is extremely important. We have here with us Uncle Sele. He is a champion of values, education, empowerment, dedicated to shaping the hearts and minds of the next generation. He hopes to be a beacon of hope, a tireless advocate for human values and empowerment. And today's topic, importance of family values, who better to have a conversation with? Welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. Good morning.
Uncle Sele, this family values of a thing, I feel like it varies from generation to generation. And I also feel like it's also put people in a box based on what maybe their own parents did,
so that, yeah.
Probably not so relevant today.
Okay.
So when you have meetings with parents, have conversations with young people, how do you begin the conversation on family values?
Okay, so we live in a time and season where we're seeing a whole lot of vices, in the society. And when you ask yourself, where does everything start from? Everything starts from the home. So, there's this thing with parents not transferring, the right kind of values to their children.
Yeah.
And we're talking about morals, talking about principles. So it means that in every home, there's a culture. Okay. So how do you create that culture? It means that you're saying that, look, this is us. So you're saying these are the things, or these are the ways that you're going to behave. This thing is very important because values are very important to you and to me. So let me use my own home for example. If I'm going to build a culture in my home, we say things like, look, in this home we say God first. In this home there is love.
Yeah.
You understand? So what I'm saying to my child in essence is, when you go out, that is the kind of character that you take outside. You learn. We learn at home. So you mean we're reading. Daddy reads to you. You read to daddy. Do you understand? When you get back from school, what did you learn in school today? Because you know that learning is a culture, is a value at home. When you go out, that's what you pour out. Do you understand? So because of the absence of all these values, it becomes very necessary for us to say, look, parents should begin to establish, family values at home. Because when your children go out, what you have taught them, or what you didn't teach them, is what you see out there. So you see people doing a whole lot of stuff because of the values they have and because of the things that are also absent.
So I want to jump back to something you talked about initially. You said there are a lot of vices out there.
Oh, yes, there are a lot.
And I sort of, in my introduction, talked about the fact that I didn't want to pass on some things I didn't like. I feel like there are a lot of parents that can't give what they don't have.
True.
So isn't it now about creating your own personal values first?
Yes. You know that children will copy from you. They will learn from you. You're like a model and a mentor. So if you know that you don't have those things, what you need to begin to do first is begin to tell yourself, look, I need personal values. Because your children will see you. If you lie a lot, you are creating a pattern that your children will learn from. Do you understand? So they're going to learn that vice and say to themselves that this is okay. Because for every family, values create identity for them. You understand? Values help with, character development. Yeah. Values help with resilience, which is also a value. So it means when I go out, I remember something that my mom said to me.
Okay.
So mom said that if you're in this situation, this is what you should do. Because what we do as parents is we understand the times and the seasons, the challenges, and we say to our children, when you go out, these values will help you conquer the challenges and succeed.
It's so funny you should mention the issue of lies. Because I remember a particular story, I think it was probably 5 or 6 years ago, I heard this story online, and it was about a particular parent that was always avoiding the landlord. And he would always tell his child to go and tell the landlord that he's not at home. And he didn't really see it as a lie. And essentially he had taught his child to go and lie for him every time the landlord came to the door. And the boy got so good at it that eventually the father never knew when he was being lied to.
Exactly.
But he didn't realize he had actually nurtured that. You
transfer. Every home does, every parent. There's just this thing called transfer. So the home is a place of transfer. So you're transferring values to your children. I remember my daughter, because we talk about the body and everything like that. And one time she went out And, you know, a boy said something to her, and she came home. She ran home, and she said, Dad, I want to tell you something.
Okay.
You know, she was just pacing around. I said, what's the problem? And she said, a boy told me something. And I said, what? And because she told me, Daddy, you need to teach that boy values. Wow. Because he doesn't know. You need to teach his parents also. And I was like, what's the problem? And when she told me, I said, I need to talk to that boy. So you see, those things help your children. You understand? Your children begin to grow, and when they have challenges, they come home and tell you.
So now the challenge is, we've had discussions on the show where we've realized that no matter how much of the values you've taught your child, it could probably just take one wrong group of friends or one day in the wrong household or visiting the wrong set of aunties and uncles to completely erase everything
that you've
taught. So having these values is one thing. Actually having it penetrate the mind of this child is a completely different thing.
Yeah,
Where do you
true.
begin?
So there's something I also do. When I send my children out, maybe they go out for sleepovers and all those things like that, I reach out to the parents of and I say, how did my child behave?
Okay.
Or sometimes what I do consciously is I tell that person, teach my child this thing.
Okay.
Have conversations with them. But if they go to a place where they learn something, what we do as parents is we prepare the minds of our children, because you'll get to a time where you will not be there. We must have that at the back of our mind, and we must also leave space for errors, really, because you know they'll make mistakes and they will run to you. Sometimes my kids do things and they'll say, Daddy, I'm sorry, I did something. I say, oh, please come, let's talk.
Okay.
Because you're not shutting them up.
Yeah.
There's always that's space for you to also train their minds to become better. Do you understand? Because they will make mistakes. But you see, because they can come to you, you can upgrade their minds with another set of values. Because what that happens is creating teachable moments, for you and for your child. Because your child knows that, okay, if I make a mistake, I can run to my dad or my mom, and they won't beat, kill me and everything.
Yeah, exactly.
So you now teach again.
You've left an open door policy.
Exactly.
So now I wanted to touch on the personal values thing. I remember having conversation with Feladuro Toye, and he talked about his personal creed, and he printed this out, and he's distributed it to hundreds of people before, where making sure that you have something you've personally instilled as values in yourself that you display, so that the children see it, not just hear it.
See.
Yeah.
So we tell parents, every time you have values, every time you have family values, let your children see, this is the TVC family. These are the things we do. These are our values. They see it every time.
You know what? This conversation can't end here. We have to take it onto social media. Make sure you tag us. That's Wake Up Nigeria TVCE. And tell us what you think about this. What sort of family values have you instilled in your children? Or have you at all yet? Maybe it's something you want to start today. At this point, we have to move on again. Thank you so much for joining us. See you again next week.
All right.
We have to move on to the kitchen one more time. We have MM and our chef standing by.
Yes, and of course, I'm joined by Mike. Mike couldn't resist the Allah Sekpo. Yes, that we're about to make here in the kitchen. Mike, do you know what Allah Sekpo means?
I don't know, but I'll eat it. That's what I know.
Because it has your favorite fish.
Oh, that's pala. See, wait, no fish beats pala. Pala for life.
This is Chef Adiola, guys, and this morning she's making ila ala sekpo. Yeah, and that's a very popular, okra soup, within, the Yoruba people. And
so
let's go over the ingredients. Chef Adiola, on to the ingredients once again.
Okay, we have palm oil, curry, eel, crayfish, pepper, smoked fish, okra, pomo, and stockfish.
Great. So let's begin cooking. Mike, how do you like
this
your
pomo? No go reach plenty people, You go. Yes, well, okay, so you're asking me that like cooking what?
No. I mean, how do you like your okra? Do you like it with ogbono or without ogbono?
Did I put ogbono in okra?
Yes, no.
No. Okay, so I like.
So just go ahead.
Just go and put it in. So I like the one that everything is mixed.
I know ogbono and okra.
Yeah, but the one where it's just pure okra. Well, for variety we can take it. It's not we can. You know, growing up, I didn't used to like okra very much.
Oh,
but,
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
But then
that's
as I
true.
got, I just learned how to, you know, for variety's sake, you know, it's our own thing. I know when you take different soups and then also the way it's being prepared can also impact the way, you know, you do it. So,
Nice. Do you like seafood okra?
What makes the seafood?
The okra is used with
if they're
seafood,
prawns, no, take out prawns.
animal.
Take out prawns. You know that I'm not a prawns person.
Please.
But once there's snail,
Prawns is the MVP. Yeah.
once there's snail.
Okay, so
that
Adiola,
makes
now that you've put in the iru in the palm oil, what's next?
Pepper.
Pepper. Okay. So that's blended pepper.
Yes,
Atarodo.
this pepper will not be enough. You know?
Mike, FYI,
This
this soup is not made for you.
pepper don't go reach you because the pepper has to.
It has to be spicy.
This pepper need to add more.
And I would like to believe that because it's also a popular Yoruba food, or soup rather, it would have like a lot of pepper.
It has to.
Yoruba people like pepper.
It has to. If there's no pepper in this thing, we're going to buy. We're going to buy this thing.
Okay, so what's going in next
add.
quickly? What's going in?
Pepper.
Our panla.
The soup can end here.
I mean,
The panla is not plenty.
that's a lot of fish. Nice.
It is. Panla is very, very healthy.
Look at that.
It's lovely fish.
Yes. And then you have the iru as well that's also packing on a lot of nutritional benefits. Very good for your immune system. Guys, don't sleep on your iru. See iru, don't sleep on it. And it's good for the eyes as well.
Yes, ma'am.
And people also say that it also cures mouth odor.
Wow, that's interesting. That's interesting.
Okay.
And it's also good for diabetes.
Aha, you see?
Oh,
Abdullah's got it. Yeah.
She said it's also good for diabetic people.
Diabetes.
So wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So now that the fish is in there quickly, when does the okra go in?
Not now.
No, not now. Okay, just take your time. Let it see.
Yeah. Let the fish cook
I'll
well.
go buy more pepper. This pepper don't go. It's not enough.
All right, guys, if you're just joining us, this is Chef Adiola, and she's making ila ala sekpo, right? And we're going to quick break now. The show continues in a bit, so I'd like you to stay with us.
Here's what a good hair day looks like and feels like. With the new Lush Hair Care range, made with a cocktail of nature's finest oils, with hibiscus oil for hair growth, rooibos oil to eliminate frizz, amla oil to prevent hair breakage, to give your hair life and bounce. So go ahead and be confident.
Stunning, flawless, beautiful.
You deserve a soft life, so does your hair. Lush Hair. Be beautiful.
I'm going to call Timmy and ask him what he has done to you.
About Timmy, he was at the Leicester Stadium yesterday to watch Wilfred Ndidi and Leicester pick up 3 points against Norwich City. That was, of course, in the English Championship. But hey, come on, we're not talking football this morning. It's Wake Up Nigeria. If you're just joining us, you missed one wonderful hour. Where have you been? We'll do our best to ensure that the next 45 minutes will be worth your while.
Make sure you smile at someone today. You'll be surprised what a difference that would make.
Ooh.
Just smiling at someone, showing someone that, you know, positive energy all the way. That's the reason why we are right there in front of your screen.
Yeah, there's a song I was singing back then in church. Smile, don't you know, God loves you. Come to think of it, I love you too. Take some time to smile at someone, and before you're through, someone will be smiling back at you. It might not be me. But if you smile and it vex, you smile back at yourself. But yeah, welcome. It's the second hour on your numero uno breakfast television show, Wake Up Nigeria. 45 minutes more. Let's see what we can do to put that smile on your face.
So everything is better on this side of the divide now. The sun is brighter, the sky is much more blue. Even when it rains, we offer you that splash of sunshine, of great vibes. My name is Titilayo.
Mike Messikeno is mine. Of course, there's MM in the kitchen. And of course, Chef Sheon putting together, Chef Yola, pardon me, putting together, I don't know what
Ila Sepo.
Oh, guys, you should have done it.
Guys,
but I can eat it. But I can eat it. All right, MM, how's it going there?
Oh, it's going pretty well. The soup is almost ready. I think the okra is the last bit to go in to our ila alasepo. Yeah. And yeah, so I mean, I'm still trying to figure out what makes this different from how you'd make your regular okra soup. But I hear that some Yorubas enjoy their okra they make the okra separately and then they make the sauce separately.
Yeah.
So it's like having your egg begiri, ewedu, and then the sauce. You know, so you just have all of it together and then you have it as a meal. But hey, that's what makes, you know, our, you know, different cultures and different tribes, you know, the diversity in it makes it more exciting and interesting.
I can smell how good that asepo is sepoing. That means cooking together.
Oh, sepo. What does ila alasepo actually?
Ila is okra. Alasepo is basically cooking together.
Oh, okay. Someone says concussion.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
Exactly.
Ila alasepo.
Exactly. You got it. Fantastic.
Whoa.
Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, we're there at tvcentertainment_. We love your comments and contributions. And there's so much more coming your way.
All right, well, after that wonderful language class there, let's get straight into what we have left for you. We will be celebrating your birthdays. Baby Leke, Oscar, Yuson, and the rest, of course. We'll be celebrating you today on the show.
And I wish you very well. This year you will have all that you prayed for. This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get.
We also have our health segment coming your way. Now, a friend of the house and one of the most popular pediatricians on social media, Dr. Ayorena, is back talking about the noisy pediatrician today. And our topic is a really interesting one. Gaining healthy weight. Healthy weight. That's what we want to encourage our kids to do. And we'll be talking to him about that today.
Abdul Salam will be here. He's popularly known as Abdul Basit Allahuni. He is an Afro-pop Islamic singer, and he'll be here to serenade us this morning.
And finally, we'll be joined by Nollywood actor, screenwriter.
And then, of course, we're going to have Nollywood actor, screenwriter, voice actor, broadcaster, Doris Okorie. She will be here to have a discussion with us. would have loved to talk, but we have wonderful stuff waiting for you, especially birthday shout-outs coming right up after we take a look at the day's weather.
And we are back. Thanks for staying with us. It's time to celebrate you and your loved ones born in the month of April. Super excited about this month of April. Are you? Okay, so let's get started. And to start up our birthday celebrations this month, we start off with Bemileke Oscar Yisa. Yay! He is climbing, he has already stepped into the 4th floor. Happy birthday, Oscar. Today is your birthday, and this special shout out is from Amber, Ruby, and Iyawo. Who is Iyawo, Titi? Happy birthday, Oscar. Hope have a beautiful year. And from me as well, because regardless, you're still my G. Happy birthday, Oscar.
I wish you long life and prosperity. Yeah.
And we have Abdul Kazim Oladimeji. Your birthday is on the 4th of April. And this is from Barakat Bakari. Happy birthday, sir.
All that you prayed for this year, you will have. All that you wish for this year, you go get. Everything and more. Hey, everything and more.
We have Adeshino Akinshola. Adeshola, sorry about that. Ella Adeshino is sending the shout outs. Happy birthday, sir.
You prayed for this year, you will have. All that you wish for this year, you go get. Everything and more. Hey, everything and more.
We have Anjola Olua Alabi. The 4th of April is your birthday, and this is from Kayo J Clan. Happy birthday, sweetheart.
You prayed for this year, you will have. All that you wish for this year, you go get. Everything and more. Hey, everything and more.
Emmanuel Onobanjo, today it's your birthday, and do we have that, or do we have to keep on going? Okay, so we have your birthday is on the 5th of April, and you are celebrating yourself. Happy birthday, Manuel.
This year you will have all that you wish for. This year you go get everything and more. Hey, everything and more.
Happy birthday, Bukola Ogumbowale. The 4th of April is your birthday, and this is from Miriam Olaide. Happy birthday.
All that you prayed for this year, you will have all that you wish for this year. You go get everything and more. Hey, everything and more.
And finally, we have Joanne Ojekena. The 5th of April is your birthday, and this is from Theophilus. Happy birthday, darling.
You will have all that you prayed for this year. You will have all that you wish for this year. You go get everything and more. Hey, everything and more.
And to all our April celebrants, have a beautiful year ahead. We'll go on a quick break now. The show continues shortly. Stay with us.
So you just have to entertain everyone around you in any way you can. Entertainment means fun, means amusement, means games, means a lot. Without entertainment in the world, I guess we'll be jonesing in this world, you know what I'm saying? So I feel entertainment is everything.
Welcome to the sacred month of Ramadan, a time of reflection, renewal, and spiritual growth. Throughout this show, we will delve into the essence of Ramadan. There will be Quranic recitations, out and about with Nima, chat with Gen Zs, ask the Sheikh, and my favorite part, Iftar with Nima. Iftar with Nima will be showing every day throughout the month of Ramadan, 6:30 p.m. Make sure you don't miss it. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ramadan Mubarak.
All right, now we are on our health segment. And I don't know why, but for the past few weeks, I've just been seeing so many cute, chubby babies everywhere. You know, the type that is like their arms are like Michelin tire, you know. I don't know, they're just so cute and cuddly. I'm not taking the bug. No, not me, not now. But there is a point it gets to that sometimes some health professionals say the weight gets to be unhealthy weight. So today we are going to talk to Dr. Ayo Rena. He is also known as the noisy pediatrician based on his social media content that he's been creating for quite a few years now. Now, he is in pediatric healthcare, and he is a renowned consultant pediatrician for a leading advocate for child and the leading advocate for child health in Nigeria. Now, I can't wait for this conversation to begin because he's even put together some tech-based solutions. Today, we're talking about how we can help kids gain healthy weight. Welcome back to the show.
Hey, Titi.
You didn't come with your...
I didn't come with my megaphone.
Your megaphone
I
today.
didn't. So my megaphone is not smiling. The megaphone was like, you know what? If you're not going to pay me, I'm not going to appear on your show.
Okay, all right, no problem. We'll sort that out another time.
Yes.
But the megaphone is up today because we need to talk to parents about their baby's health.
Yes. So, I mean, I guess weight gain, I think, for a lot of parents and wives is the way in which they can actually show society that they are taking care of their children and husbands. If your husband doesn't gain weight in the marriage, then are you really working in that marriage? So, so kids actually are supposed to gain weight. That is one of the only ways in which we know that they are actually growing. And so weight gain is absolutely amazing. But at what point do we know that weight gain isn't the healthiest thing? That weight of that child has gone from the normal, regular weight gain to something that has moved into overweight or obesity.
Okay, so for adults, you look at the BMI, some body mass index.
Yes.
So is there a BMI for children?
Yes, so we also measure BMI for children as well, starting from the age of 2 years. Okay. But before 2 years, we kind of use things like the weight for length, because we expect that for a child below 2 years, who is a certain length, they should have a certain weight. And if their weight for that length is more than what it should be, then we raise a red flag to say this child is actually heavier than it should be. From 2 years, we do the BMI, but the BMI is not without its drawbacks, because a person's weight is composed of fat, muscle, and bone. And a BMI just makes use of all those things. And we're happy to have a person have a lot of their weight be muscle or bone, but not so much fat. So how do you know if you've measured a person's weight using the BMI that weight is not just, is majorly fat or majorly muscle? So while the BMI is fine, it gives us some kind of idea, but right now I'm trying to move towards other parameters for measuring how heavy a person is.
So now I'm a new parent now, and my child looks healthy, in my eyes. But I've seen some parents and children having the same size plates of food, for instance. Where do we go from, maybe let's say age 2? How do you start making sure that the child is gaining healthy weight and growing more muscle and less fat?
Okay, so in terms of, portion size, it's a really difficult thing to deprive a child of what his portion size should be. On the flip side, one should really not force a child to eat more than what their capacity is. And so if they've eaten half the plate, then don't force them to, clear their plate, because it makes them develop a sort of like really turbulent relationship with food and meal times, and they begin to avoid meal times. So when it comes to what, how much children should be eating, let the child dictate how much they should be eating.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
The child should dictate?
To dictate. Yes, they should. And then what the parent can now do is that make sure that what it is that you are giving them is comprised of the healthiest food possible. So whole foods,
yes.
So whole foods, avoid fast food, avoid refined foods as much as possible, no high fructose corn syrup, no refined sugar. Make sure that it's, more fruits, more vegetables, and let protein and, really, really organic carbohydrates be the majority of the meals.
Okay, so we have to come back now. Yes. Because I feel like the healthy weight sort of has to comprise of certain food groups.
Yes.
Right? And those food groups are not always so readily available to the
cheap
parents, or affordable.
Or affordable, yes. So what I'd say is that when you're talking about healthy eating and healthy weight gain, I know that there are a lot of things I want to do for quick meals, certain things that are rather instant, rather quick. Those aren't really the best things to actually do. So meal prepping is very important, and then trying to create the environment where children know what to expect by making a sort of timetable, whereby they know what to expect at every day of the week, and then rotating that every 3 months might actually be a useful way of making sure that you're planning how to provide, healthy meals. Protein of high biological value is really important, and we're talking about eggs, dairy, dairy, meat, fish. Beans, beans aren't the greatest for high biological value for protein because they create a lot of what we call nitrogenous waste, such that there are more of carbs than protein, and then the little protein that they actually are able to get from them ends up coming out the other direction.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
So I know we're sort of leaning on the nutritional side of things. Now I want to come back to the medical side of things and noticing, so what are the disadvantages of the unhealthy weight gain for a child?
Okay.
We know that childhood obesity has become a thing in recent times.
It has. It is really what we would describe as an epidemic, and it's gradually becoming more and more rampant, as the middle class is actually growing, advancing and becoming more prominent. The disadvantage of, and I was going to mention that right now, the waist circumference is what a lot of researchers are advocating to. The waist circumference, yes, for children.
So that's from the belly button round?
Yes, from the belly button round, yes. Is what an increased waist circumference is a predictor of certain health conditions, including diabetes. And for children who are obese, they can actually have certain joint problems. They can actually have certain joints slip out of their positions. And then they can have what we call insulin resistance, whereby their bodies aren't simply able to use the sugar that they consume, and then the sugar goes into other organs. And the more fat a person has, there actually is a tendency that they will gain more fat. The body just wants to save the fat for a rainy day. And of course, there's a psychological aspect of things, which of course has a medical implication, especially for teens, where the beauty standards these days require that a person be like wafer thin. And so they get teased by classmates, they get teased, by people who actually say, oh, you're fat, And children can be cruel, actually. So these things actually all combine and come together to form a potpourri of very unfortunate,
So the unhealthy eating for children, okay, so for adults, we've associated unhealthy weight gain to some mental issues. Can the same be said about children?
Yes, the same can be said about children, especially in the context where children will interact with each other and say very hurtful things to each other for people who are, a bit on the big side. And so in that regard, that can happen. And some children might actually resort to even eating more. To just give themselves that, sort of comfort to say, okay, you know what, I might as well just,
So them demanding chocolate, demanding ice cream, demanding, sugary things might actually be something they're using as comfort food?
Yes, it's
not just the greed or want of those sugary foods.
So age-wise, it really does depend. So sometimes, for the teens, I would say that some of them might actually be demanding those foods and having those foods simply because they're trying to find comfort from some sort of stressful situation. And the teenage years are stressful. The hormones alone are stressful, But for the younger kids, it's a taste thing. So they've acquired a taste for those sorts of things, and they demand them because they simply like them. And sometimes it's just easier, for parents to just let them have it so that they can have their peace of mind.
So that is a conversation for another day, learning to say no to our kids when they make demands on some certain foods. Oh, well, to a certain extent. Sometimes you just want them to smile. Right?
Yes. And that's totally allowed. As a matter of fact, I think when it comes to sugar, we aren't all like children should absolutely have no sugar whatsoever. Sugar actually forms part of a regular, varied, balanced diet. It just needs to be done in a moderate way. And what we try to say, because this maybe segues a bit into parenting, is that never use sugar as a reward for eating healthy. Let eating healthy be the reward in itself.
Okay. Now, Dr. Iorena, we appreciate you every time you come around. Thank you so much. We'll be continuing this conversation on social media. Healthy weight gain when it comes to kids and their health. Please use our hashtag #WakeUpNigeria on TVC. Tag us #WakeUpNigeria, TVCE, and we will be getting back to you. At this point, we have a performance coming your way. We have Alauni, an Afro-pop Islamic singer, and his journey began with his refix to Korede Bello's Godwin in 2015, and he has many studio singles behind him since then. It's great to have you.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us. The name of the song you're performing today is?
No Grief for Shaitan.
All right, then. Are you set for us?
Yeah, good.
All right, fabulous.
Mashallah.
All right, then. Stand by our performance starting now.
everything.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided.
Ramadan, the 9th month in the Islamic calendar, is here again. This is a wonderful time to learn more about Islam and give to the cause of Allah. It's also a time when extra emphasis is on charity and good neighborliness. From the first day to the last day of Ramadan, join us on TVC from 3 to 6 a.m. every day for Ramadan Kareem, recitation of verses in the Quran, tafsir by great Islamic scholars. Ask the Sheikh for clarity on Ramadan and Islam. What's more, you can learn and win great prizes on the Ramadan quiz segment.
Nollywood actor, of course, a screenwriter, voice actor, broadcaster. You caught me talking to her. She just looks that delectable. That
thank you.
I couldn't help but have to have that discussion with her. She looks good in pink, by the way.
Thank
How
you.
you doing, Doris? You're welcome.
I'm fine, thank you very much. Thank you so much for having me.
All right, you look like someone that should have been in this industry. Maybe it's like 2000, but you said you've been 2017. That's just what you were saying now.
2017.
Yeah?
Yes, been here.
And how did you get into the industry? How did the journey start for you?
Okay, so this is a very funny story, right? So at the time, it's a sad and a funny story.
Ooh,
so at the time,
sad and funny.
Yes, funny. Yeah.
What in for it?
So we'll start with the sad part, right? So I had like an extra semester in uni due to some missing units type thing. So I had to have like an extra semester. And then when I was done, I couldn't go in for my NYSC. So my boyfriend at the time was like, "You're so dramatic. Would you like to audition? I saw something about acting." And I was like, okay. So, he took me to my very first audition and I auditioned and I got a call back. Basically, you've moved on to the next step. And that was it. So sad and then funny.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Before then, did you have any proclivity towards acting? Did you ever feel you would want to get into, what did you study, by the way?
English. Majored in literature,
so
yes.
Did you ever have that affinity that you would get into acting or art or anything like that?
Well, funny thing is, I always wanted to be a teacher. Yes, I love teaching. I love passing, knowledge. So at the time, I enjoyed Nollywood movies. I enjoyed movies just like every, Charlie's Angels, etc. But I never thought that I was going to come into the industry. I always just wanted to be a teacher. So that was it. Yeah.
And are you doing this full-time now? Would you say you're a full-time entertainer or actor, as it were?
Yes.
Or is it something that you do by the side with something else?
Okay, so initially, I started full-time as an actor, and then I went into broadcasting for a year and a half, and then I wasn't able to juggle both. So I had to leave one, obviously. So I left broadcasting, and then I came back full-time, yes.
Into Nollywood.
Yes.
And how have you seen the evolution of the industry? It's been quite an interesting journey so far. Would you say that it can fully, based on its own, pay all the bills? And I'm not talking about the A-list, all of that. There's quite a number of people that the industry caters for.
Yeah.
You think the industry is big enough to cater for bills, not just the A-list, not B-list, maybe for a lot of other people also involved?
Okay, so funny thing is, I was having this conversation yesterday with my director, Director Mo Okorie, and you know, she was telling me certain things, and I was just like, ooh, okay, there's money now in the industry, because now we're not catering to just a particular brand or a streaming platform. We have spaces like YouTube, and so many actors have tapped into that.
I'm telling you.
And they're making a lot of money from. Yes, they are.
You have YouTube channel.
I'm about to have.
Let's.
Yes, they're making a lot of money
inside there.
Yes, so most actors are now, you know, starting their own YouTube channels, and we have so many, you know, writers, so many intelligent writers. So we have a lot of scripts, we have a lot of stories to tell. So YouTube has kind of like opened.
There's YouTube and there's streaming.
Do you understand? There's YouTube, there's streaming, and of course just regular terrestrial TV. So there's money basically everywhere. And now, unlike before, we now have actors being brand ambassadors and stuff like that. So it's fantastic.
It's going round.
It's going round.
You're involved in quite a lot of Mnet projects and doing quite a lot. And you know that's a space that nobody would want to enter. You smile and you say, so the bad on the internet.
The money is good. I cannot lie. It's good. I cannot lie.
Let's cover some of the projects you've been involved in. Which ones have been your favorite?
Okay, so oh my God. Okay, you know what? My most challenging was what I just finished. So it's called Masquerades of Aniedo. Absolute amazing project. You know, it was different for me. It wasn't the regular fancy. If you see me in that, you'd be like, is that Doris? I look different. I sound different.
Yeah, you look different. Which role did you play in that one?
So I played Dibia's granddaughter, Zina. Yes,
So I actually bumped into a friend watching it.
Okay.
And, I watched a few episodes of it. I think I remember Martin's Shuku there.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of your character because I just bumped into it. I didn't sit down. I've not seen it.
I had like 5 rolls on my head.
Yeah, I think
big dresses, big dresses, and just naughty.
So, what was different about Masquerades of Aniedo that was challenging, that was quite unusual?
So it started out very. No, I wouldn't say simple, but the story started out as...
that's it. Zina, eh?
Yes, Zina. Oh, yes. It doesn't even look like me. It doesn't look like me. It's so funny, but yes.
Okay.
So, you know, most people see me and they're so confused because they're not sure. I had someone
wait, you were the one that... Well, you were breaking tradition and custom to get someone...
Yeah, to get Martyrs, yeah. As a masquerade, exactly, because I love him so much.
Rebel,
I remember. That was me. That was my character. So it started out very, you know, soft and playful. I was very stubborn. And then the story started to get serious. You know, towards the end, I became like some phenomenal character who was fighting wars, and you know, watching it back, I'm like, is that me? Okay, that is not even me at all, but that's the idea. Yeah.
How long was that project?
So we shot for 3.5 months, so give or take 4 months, and it was very, very. It was an amazing experience. I cannot even lie. It was delicious.
Wonderful. Now that was your most challenging. Which one was your most enjoyable, or should I say, which one came easy for you?
Came easy. Oh, wow. Okay, so there's this project called A Young Time Ago. It's on streaming.
A Young Time Ago.
A Young Time Ago. So, by Lotana. And it was very, I wouldn't say it was very me, but it was very, could be me. It was easier because, you know, I was
relate to the character.
Yes, it was easier because I was, you know, supposed to be this girl who doesn't really care. You know, she's the oldest of the group. You know, she sells her friend out. And so it was, I wouldn't do that, but like it was easier because I've watched, because I watch a lot of movies. So that was easier.
You've seen it play out.
Yeah, so it was kind of easy to just get into it. But this one was different because why am I holding a staff and swinging and whooping someone with it? You know, it was just very different.
Exactly. Yes. So as it were, moving forward, what do you have on the horizon? What can people... You also produce, right?
Yes.
Let's talk about that. Why did you decide to get into that? Was it of a necessity? Because, you know, a lot of people now decide that, okay, because there was a time when I know that maybe people want to do what they would love to do, but maybe the opportunities are not there. And then when they get to the point where maybe can access funds and say, okay, I'd always love to do this, but I didn't have the opportunity.
Yeah.
So let me get into this. What was your journey like getting into production?
Okay, so for producing, it started as something that triggered me. I need to get myself together. So in 2020, during the lockdown, every time you open social media, there was always some story about some sexual assault happening here and there. So, you know, that evening, I remember very clearly, I was in my parents' room and I wrote something, which later became the PSA, which won the gender-based, European Union. Yes, so I wrote that and I produced that. I directed it as well. So I write, but I haven't produced that many. I have produced and directed 2 short films. One is the PSA and the other one is in my drive, and that's a long story, but yeah. But I'm actually looking forward to producing most of the scripts that I have already written. Yes.
I wish I had more time. I would have loved to listen to some of those long stories. But hey, come on, time is not a friend, and we have to round up. So just let's round up with this. What projects do you have in hand coming up soon that your fans and your loved ones can watch out for?
Okay, so I have a couple of projects coming out on YouTube.
Okay.
I have one that I'm very certain is going to Juliet Ibrahim Studios.
Okay.
Then I have some projects, one called Suspicion by Tosin Ego.
Okay.
I don't know where exactly, but I think that one is going to streaming.
Okay.
And The Seer as well is going to streaming. So those are the ones that I'm sure of. Yes.
Wonderful. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank
and
you so
yes, us wishing you the best.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Hope, are you fasting?
No, I'm not fasting.
Why no fasting now?
Me, I like food.
We've got something for you here in the kitchen. Let's head over here.
Thank you.
Wanna leave my old life behind.
Okay.
Thanks for staying with us. Welcome to the kitchen.
Thank you for having
Doris. This is Chef Adiola.
Hello,
and
Chef
this
Adiola.
morning she's made for you ila alasekbo.
Okay.
Yes. So it's a Yoruba delicacy.
Okay.
Popularly within the Yoruba people. And so it's just basically okra soup, but it's done in a different way. And it says ila okra.
Yes.
Concussion. It's like having native rice, but so please enjoy. And of course you have eba.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm a fufu girl, but
Oh, you are?
yeah. I love me some.
Oh yeah, akpu.
Yes. I'm Igbo, so.
Well, unfortunately, I think.
No, but eba works, especially with everything goes well with okra.
Swallow. That's the OG swallow.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Let's not have that argument, though.
Yeah,
That's why it
OG
has so many
swallow.
names. Fufu, akpu, loy loy.
You sound like a
Just
hater,
one.
Mike.
Just one. See, there's so many names.
Oh, nice. But other than being on the show, though, would you eat swallow this early in the morning?
No. I wouldn't even eat this early.
That's the best time to eat heavy food, though.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
When you go out to
So by the time you go out,
Yeah.
No, but I feel like if I eat something heavy, I'm
You're
like,
heavy.
What?
Yeah.
No.
I'll be sleepy.
So actually, it also depends on your body. Yeah, it
I'm
depends on
telling
your
you,
body.
I had this friend,
But-
right? I had this friend who, if he takes coffee, he'll just sleep off.
Oh.
Interesting.
If he takes eba, he will stay awake the whole night.
Wow.
So what do you think about this?
Okay, so I love okra. I love that. I love the fact that it's very spicy because I like spice. I like a lot of pepper.
And so there's fish.
Oh, there's pepper?
Yes, there's pepper.
That's good. Wait, Mike.
Mike, hold on.
All right.
Hold on.
So,
Well done. Well done. Thanks for introducing me to Ila Alasekbo.
yes, so the
That's
Iru
what- that's
is
what you love,
Iruing.
yes.
I'm loving it. I can smell the Iru there. It's coming through. It's coming through.
Yeah.
But it's been a magical Tuesday so far, and hopefully we helped you start your day the right way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Thank you so much, Doris.
Thank you, Doris. And to all of you who are part of the show, thank you.
All
We'll
right.
see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Search it. 5 questions with Ini.
Hi guys. Ine, your skin is really glowing. What beauty soap do you use?
It's glowing because it's healthy. I use a soap that keeps my skin soft and protected from germs.
But Ine, the beauty soaps I know